Two pretty high-level defensive teams tonight, Doris. Is that due to talent, scheme, or hustle, or what do you attribute it to?
I think, Kevin, you just named the three things that are prerequisites to being a great defensive unit. Number one, you have got to have individual talent that is suited athletically to guard. Number two, you've got to have a great scheme that the coach has put in position. How are you guarding the pick and roll? Do you want a top lock? Do you want to get out and challenge? Are you switching the pick and roll? And a lot of that comes down to, do you want to be great? Are you going to lay it all out there? Are you going to sacrifice your body? All of those things are a necessity.
And so it's Smith with it. He'll bring it up for the Knicks. To Barrett. Randall with the ball. Levert defending. Randall with the bucket.
And that'll start us off already. You can feel the tension in this arena.
You get the sense, Greg, there is a level of intensity right out of the gates.
Irving attacking. And it's Levert missing. First quarter of play, 1 minute played. Morris outside. Down low. Here's Randall. And Randall throws it down.
Yeah, that's a great setup. Screen the defender off and let him elevate.
Oh, right. And wasn't the timing ideal? My goodness, the D with no chance to react.
The execution was simply flawless. That, ladies and gentlemen, is how you run that play.
And it's blocked. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Randall. About a minute and a half through the first quarter. Clock at 4. Inside. Allen. Good, and the assist goes to Irving.
Boy, that's a little bit of toughness and concentration. Jarrett Allen under duress of the defense. Nicely done.
Smith outside. Here's Barrett. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. And for a lot of these kids, Greg, it's interesting how quickly teams expect them to get up to speed. Case in point, R.J. Barrett.
Yeah, I mean, he had only the 1 year of college, already being asked to produce. Fortunately, he's very mature for his age and generally plays up to the level of competition.
And, Greg, talking to scouts about R.J. Barrett, they love the athleticism. But what makes him especially good is the work ethic and the confidence.
Yeah, some elite prospects will take plays off. This guy never does. He's not one that sits around and reads his press clippings. He's a warrior, a leader, and he's proven to be a winner.
Now Morris, after Taurean Prince's three-pointer that didn't go. Here's Morris. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim. Nets trail by 3. Prince in the corner. It's Levert on the wing. Here's Irving. That's tipped.
Just one made field goal in 5 tries. Not a good start.
Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
And you see the passing instincts Barrett has. Great at recognition out on the floor.
Now, here is Irving. He's scoring at a rate that puts him at another level. As impossible as it seems, he's truly averaging about 36 points a game. And here's Smith, following the three-pointer by Kyrie Irving. Pass to Barrett. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
80% from the field to start, playing with a ton of confidence.
Outside Irving. Now here's Harrell. They get it again. Levert in the corner. Over Barrett. A nice shot by Levert.
Well, Karis LeVert can fill it up from anywhere, but this guy is a terrific mid-range scorer.
Here's Smith. He's been a factor in their offense on most nights with scoring average at nearly 16 points a game. Now here's Randall. It's a three-point game. And the rejection by Harrell. From deep, Prince. It's rebounded by New York. Now, here's Barrett. He's someone who's a factor on any given night, averaging more than 22 points a game. So the wing on the left. Here's Randall. From outside, off the mark. Here's Irving. That one dropped for his second bucket. Mark him 2 for 4.
Boy, somehow, some way, Irving guides some tough shots home. That is a special skill.
Pass to Barrett. Randall right side. The shot comes out. Great D that time from Harrell. Score of the basket is third after 5 shots.
Boy, terrific read. Kyrie Irving understands what the defense is giving him and takes advantage.
Randall with the ball. Smith surveying the D. Pass to Randall. Great D that time from Harrell.
Let's give some credit to the defense for how they're guarding this guy right now, because they're refusing to let him get comfortable.
Now here's LeVert. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game.
And off to a strong start. Offensively, he's got a nice touch.
And the Knicks decide to take their first time out here. Well, at 6'7" Doris, Karis LeVert describing himself as a point/shooting guard.
Well, why not? Because his slashing ability, his blinding speed off the dribble is really what makes him problematic. His burst is special, and it doesn't matter if he's going left or right.
So both teams changing it up here. Smith with it. It's stolen by Allen. Harris outside. Back to Irving. In the corner, Harrell with it. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Irving attacking. Loads it up there for Harrell.
Kyrie Irving can be devastating in the pick and roll. The creativity and decision-making simply outstanding.
Pass to Barrett. And stolen by Irving. He lobs up the alley-oop pass. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
Nice play, and you can see they're gathering momentum.
And, Greg, you want to continue to build on this lead. Right now, still a little too close for comfort.
And here's Barrett. Covered by Irving. Here's Trier. To end the drought. Rebound by Harrell.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
Harris outside. Jacks up a three. He doesn't hit that one. Now the Knicks take it the other way. And Barrett slams it in.
And with this kind of momentum behind him, Barrett, a terror. Love seeing him hammer it home.
Nobody near Irving. And the three off target. Knicks trailed by 5. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Smith wide open. He fires. Offline with his 3. And here is Irving. 7 points in the game. High post Allen. Outside Irving. Shot clock at 6. Popped up there for Allen. Hammers the alley-oop through.
Well, that's a highlight play for Mr. Jared Allen. Nice pass from his teammate.
Pass to Barrett. Lets it go from deep. Allen with the rebound. And so Allen will bring it up for Brooklyn. They lead by 7. Out to Harris. The 3. It's rebounded by New York. Smith outside. And stolen by Kyrie Irving. Oh, and here we go. Irving's got it. The fast break chance. Yep, it counts. And now a 9-point Brooklyn lead.
Well, the advantage they have right now is largely based on his play. What an outstanding night.
Time called here. The Knicks decide to talk it over. Well, few players in the NBA are as scary as Dennis Smith Jr. when he has speed towards the rim.
Smith just attacks with a ferociousness when he puts the ball on the floor. It can leap out of the building and strong enough to dunk over and through just about any player. Still developing the rest of his game, but you like his aggression when going to the hoop.
Here's Trier. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Some solid defense there from Irving. It's Harold, top of the key. And he can extend the lead to double digits. Knicks trail by 9. Here's Trier. Currently averaging almost 6 points a game. Here's Gibson. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's going to be on Kyrie Irving.
Well, we know Taj Gibson is not opposed to playing physical basketball. In that instance, he seeks contact and gets an opportunity.
Well, you talk about a player who is a consummate pro, Taj Gibson.
No doubt. Taj is a guy who has always approached the game from a veteran standpoint. He's a great leader, great defensive player, and in between and out, you can count on Taj Gibson.
The Nets need to get a shot off here. Allen's shot is off.
I'm sure he's kicking himself. He hates to blow that kind of opportunity.
Here's Ntilikina. A look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game. Here's Barrett. And Barrett slams it in.
Ntilikina may not be the prototypical lead guard, but he puts it on time and on target right there.
Pass to Harris. For the 3. Buries it from three-point range. And the Nets lead by 8.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Now Barrett. Good on the bucket. Barrett's got 10 points.
Great quarter for him at the offensive end, trying to will his team back in the game.
On its way from Irving for 2. Misses off the left iron. And the Knicks with possession here. 6-point game. Barrett wide open. He fires. Misses the 3.
Oh, man, you know he'd love to have that one over.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. And there's the foul. It goes on Taj Gibson. That's his first foul. Now Irving. 9 points in the game so far. The kick out to Antetokounmpo. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. What a performance for
Yo,
Kyrie
Keith, what's going
Irving.
on, man?
He has
Still
been
there,
the
bro. How you
story
doing, man?
for the Brooklyn. And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And looking at what we've seen so far from the Nets, what do you guys think?
Well, you can see these guys are unafraid to take chances defensively.
Well, very disruptive in that first period. They never allowed the offense to get comfortable.
Pass to Knox. No good with the triple. Nets leading by 6. Now here's Winslow. Chandler with the ball. Wide open. It's rebounded by Portis.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
Oh, man.
Here's Knox. Rebound, Brooklyn. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, we all know that circumstances and time changes everything. In Dallas, Dennis Smith Jr. thought he was going to be the cornerstone. But with the arrival of Luka Doncic, everything changed. A promising point guard was traded to the Knicks, and Smith said it was important. It's a big opportunity, and I've just got to make the most of it. Kevin, we know one thing in New York, the ball is back in Smith's hands.
BA, that's when he is at his best. Thank you. Shots good by Gibson.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
There's Winslow. That 3 off the mark.
Well, the defense clearly was not interested in guarding him from downtown. They're very fortunate he missed.
And he shows us all what the breakaway rim was invented for.
Can you believe he almost brought the whole thing down by hanging on that long? And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. On the way, Harris. Lock at 6. It's deflected. In the corner, Knox with it. Pass to Bolt. Lays it up and banks it in. Now just a 2-point Nets lead.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint. Well, hard to find a team more iconic in the NBA than the New York Knicks. They are a premier brand.
Greg, this is absolutely true. This is an organization that has played a few games in London that have helped them, and it hasn't seemed to matter that the team has struggled for an extended period of time. They remain a major media presence in a major market. The NBA is better when the New York Knicks are a factor.
Here's Ntilikina. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Pass to Barrett. About 3 minutes played so far in the second quarter. And he banks in the layup.
Oh, they own the interior right now. 10 straight points coming from inside.
Winslow with it. And you can see his scoring totals. Those are some pretty good numbers. He's putting up close to 15 points a game on average. And it's Harris off the drive. It's stolen by Barrett. And pushing it up. Here's New York. Here's Knox. That one dropped for his second bucket. Mark him 2 for 4.
You can see physical defense does not bother Kevin Knox. He almost wants the contact.
Pass to Harris. Here's Claxton. Currently averaging almost 6 points a game. Out to Chandler. And Brooklyn with another turnover here.
Yeah, simply stated, you have to take care of the basketball, and they don't on that possession.
And here's Smith. Here's Knox. Covered by Winslow. Pass to Barrett. Just 5 on the clock. And the rejection by Antetokounmpo. There's Winslow. There's the triple. Drops in the tray. And the Nets lead by 2.
What a beautiful stroke from range. Defensively, you've got to try to take him out of his comfort zone.
Pass to Knox. Now Portis. Here's Randall. New York, no good that time either.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
He is trying to shoot his way out of it, and it might be better for him to pass the basketball at this point.
Smith outside. Out left to the wing. Now Barrett. 12 points for him. Chandler comes with the double team. And Barrett gets it to go.
And this is Barrett at his best. Looking for a shot, being active on offense. Love it.
Bangs home the trifecta.
Well, a tough first quarter for this guy. You like to see the shot go in. Nicely done.
Takes the three. Got it. Number 7 on the night. 7 for 11 from the floor.
Boy, it seems like every shot he puts up, it's going in. This guy is hot. Hot.
There's Winslow. And the dunk by Winslow.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Well, credit him for going for it, not settling, saying, I'm going to attack.
Pass to Knox. Here's Randall. Puts up a three. Chandler with the rebound. Now here's Winslow. He's got 9. Shoots the three. And he's good on the 3-ball. And now a 5-point Nets lead.
Bringing that three-point percentage up quite a bit this quarter. Shooting it well. The lead's going to get a little bit bigger if they can keep this up.
New York calls timeout. Doris, there are these players whose wingspans exceed their height by 6 inches or more. They're called +6s, kind of a new term. Talk about that with the scouts look into those numbers.
Well, one of the things you like to have in a defensive player is length and versatility along with that length. So guys who maybe their size lists them at one thing, but that length enables them to guard a little bit differently. Guys like Kawhi Leonard, Draymond Green, Montrezl Harrell, all those guys might be listed a certain size, Kevin, but boy, their length is problematic and makes them such exceptional defensive players.
And you spend any amount of time watching Dennis Smith Jr., Greg, his leaping ability makes for some impressive highlights.
Kevin, he's got the size and the off-the-charts athleticism. Now just trying to figure out how to realize his obvious potential.
Well, this guy, Kyrie Irving, just so reminiscent of his idol, Kobe Bryant. He is one of the cold-blooded scorers in the game, an absolute torture for a defender to guard. An efficient night from the line. This is a guy who puts in the work and it pays dividends.
Back to Smith. New York moving the ball around to the wing right side. Barrett with the ball. He's got 19. And you know, Doris, for both Kyrie and Kobe, each had an urge to step out on his own, you know, to put their fingerprints on a team.
No doubt, Kevin. For Kobe, it was Shaq. For Kyrie, it was LeBron. And think about last season. Kyrie actually called LeBron to apologize. But let's not kid ourselves, right? He is most comfortable in the starring role.
And it's Smith finishing it off.
Well, that requires a level of concentration, and Dennis Smith Jr. so skilled at keeping his balance.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight. Pass to Harris. Prince outside. The kick out to Irving. Wound up there for Allen.
Well, this highlights the agility of Jared Allen. So decisive, so quick in the pick and roll.
Smith outside. Here's Barrett. He's someone who's a factor on any given night, averaging more than 22 points a game.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
Here's Irving. It's stolen by Smith. Here's Knox. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. And here's Barrett. Outside for Randall. Allen with the rebound.
I'll tell you, this has not been his game, and he's making it worse with shot selection like that.
Tipped away. Harris outside. Irving attacking. Basket is good. The assist from Harris. Irving's got the lead up to 9 now for the Nets.
Yeah, and they're shooting really starting to pick up here in the second.
Now Barrett. He's got 19. Over Allen. New York, no good that time either. Now here's Irving. On the wing, Harris. Prince outside. Pass to Allen. Harrell with it. It's good. It's his second basket. He's shooting 2 for 4.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly, and capitalizing.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Here's Irving. It's blocked.
This is the effort they need from Kevin Knox on the defensive end. What a block.
And 1:01 left in the first half. Here's Barrett. Trying to end the drought. Goes back up. He takes it up and lays it in. Barrett's got 21 in the game.
I'll tell you, despite this guy's strong play in this period, they're still behind. Someone else has got to step up.
High post Allen. 6 points for him. To the inside. And no good on the shot. Trying to follow through after the contact, but he'll shoot 2 at the line instead.
And they're really getting more points at the free throw line here in the second quarter. Well, probably a little draft in the arena tonight. He's the last guy you expect to miss the mark by that much.
Absolutely. Pass to Trier. From the arc. Allen with the rebound.
And it's still a rare sight to see rebound numbers like the ones he's had tonight.
His production has been unbelievable, a testament to how much he cares about his craft.
Trier, that's good. Trier's got his first points of the night.
Want easy looks? Don't allow the defense to set up.
What a beautiful fast.
And so it's the Brooklyn Nets in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. And don't go away. We'll be right back. And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books. 1 half to go.
You have to remember, the Nets surrendered their draft pick every year for 5 straight years, between the years 2014 to 2018. How they turned that into a playoff run last year, one of the great stories in the league.
Prince wide open. Connects from three-point range. Prince has got the first points of the second half here for the Nets. Randall right side. Back to Smith. The tray. Rebound by Harrell. And Doris, you're right. Those picks you're referring to surrendered by the Nets in their 2013 trade with the Celtics.
And think about it, Kev. That transaction was one in a string of trades by the Nets, trading their picks for veterans. This 2019 draft, only the second time the Nets controlled their pick in the last 9 years. What they have achieved in the face of that is nothing short of remarkable. Boy, that makes them 0 for 3 to start the second half. Not the start you were hoping for here.
Here's Irving. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot two here.
You know, Irving isn't just a perimeter player. He's so dynamic inside as a scorer. His strength, his savvy, tough to keep the defense on balance. Boy, you talk about the all-time great below-the-rim finishers. Kyrie Irving is on that list. He can use either hand. So much English. This guy is tough.
In transition, here come the Nets. Jumps up. Hammers it home to polish off the break.
A lot to like about the way they're playing right now, but still plenty of time left.
You do like that the offense is humming along. They're putting in the effort to distance themselves.
Pass to Randall. They need this. Great D that time from Harrell. Doris, as great a scorer as he is, Kyrie Irving doesn't draw a ton of fouls.
Kevin, I think that has everything to do with his elusivity. This is a young man who can finish with either hand, can get separation on any defender. This is the one thing you'd say about Kyrie Irving. He does not initiate contact around the rim.
Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over. Kyrie Irving really making a difference here.
Boy, he's really had their number. They need to make some kind of adjustment during this timeout.
Knicks trailed by 19. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. Smith drives in, and he can't stop the run as he misses.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area. The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Morris looking over the floor. Here's Robinson, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Nets leading by 19. Outside Irving, and it's in there. Irving's got 6 here in this quarter.
And everything is dropping for them. Terrific second half run.
And I think, Greg, it's been all about their offensive efficiency, shooting the lights out in this quarter.
Timeout.
Doris, do you have high hopes for the new draft lottery system to keep every team competitive to the very end of the season?
Well, one of the keys in implementing this new draft lottery system was to make sure that the bottom 3 teams were given equal opportunity to get that top draft choice. I think you did see it have some effect on play and teams trying to be competitive while understanding they're still going to have an opportunity to build their team through the draft. But here's the reality. The NBA has got to be under review constantly. There's a process in play. It's one of the most proactive leagues in the country in terms of always looking for little things to make sure their game is the best it can be.
Attention to detail. Well said.
The Nets had to be so judicious and so smart with every move they made because they did not have top draft selections. So you have to use cap space to acquire picks. They had to find sleepers in the draft. They had to find players who were probably undervalued and then develop those players. This is an organization that used every tool at their disposal.
Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. Pass to Robinson. And it's Robinson with the jam.
Well, Marcus Morris has tremendous size, and he is willing to find his teammates when they're open. That's nicely done.
And Doris, the Nets showed they could manufacture a rebuild.
Kevin, what the Nets did was not easy. But to me, it shows you exactly how critical quality front office personnel is to the success of an organization. And the Nets were on point throughout the process.
And wow, you just have to love the motor on Montrezl Harrell when he's on the floor. Great on the glass, and he just plays with such a fire.
Here's Smith. Nice move. Robinson left side. And the dunk by Robinson.
It'd be nice if everybody took as much pride in his rebounding as he does.
You know what, Greg, he loves that part of the game, and it shows.
Well, but as defenders keep forgetting to box him out, he continues to just make them pay.
LeVert with a wide open look. And again, Brooklyn with the triple. And with Harrell, you can see how his energy spreads to the rest of the team.
Reminds me a bit of what Fareed used to bring to teams. Harrell is also undersized, but boy, he makes up for it in so many ways.
And so it's Irving with it, bringing it up for Brooklyn. They lead by the biggest margin of the game, 23 points.
And what a half for this offense. If they can stay this hot, a great chance to extend this lead.
Smith for three. Allen with the rebound.
And he's been way off the mark this quarter. It's been ugly.
Pass to Harrell. 16 feet away. Again, the Nets for two.
And what a great start to the second half. They've hit everything they've looked at thus far.
And here's Smith. He's got 5. It's Robinson high post. 6 to shoot. And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Now a timeout call by Brooklyn.
Adjustments are a part of the game, and the coach sees something he doesn't like here.
Well, this is a chess match. Looking ahead a few moves and trying to execute toward that.
Here's Morris. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
This is where the frame of Morris allows him to absorb that contact and push right through it.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
An 80% shooter. The work he's done at the line this season, one word, solid.
Pass to Harrell. Now Levert. He has 7. To the middle. 5 to shoot. Prince, that's for 2. No good that time. And New York the other way now. Here's Smith. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's going to be on Kyrie Irving.
Well, think back to the 2017 NBA draft. Dennis Smith Jr. was the 9th overall pick. There were many who believed he could have gone sooner, and some still think he should have. Let's see what plays with this young man's career.
Floats it up there for Harrell. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
And he pulls off the Houdini to make that catch and slam it through.
Stupendous alley-oop. And stolen by Prince. And here we go with Allen running it up the court. And Harrell slams it in.
Okay, Jared Allen, we see you making that look for a big man. That's a pretty pass.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Kenny Atkinson, who's a native of Long Island, now has his dream job, coaching the Brooklyn Nets. Now, he doesn't need praise or recognition. Instead, he's fueled by the fear of failure. He says, I always feel like I'm one banana peel away from never being in the NBA again. And Kevin, he's got his team playing with that same determination.
David, he sure does. Thank you very much. Back to Winslow. To the paint. Just 4 to shoot. And it's Harrell missing.
Got to credit the defense. They found a way to stop him, and that's never an easy task.
Pass to Gibson. Smith outside. Shoots from 14. That misses off the backboard.
Boy, it's been a struggle in this quarter, and the team needs more from him. There's no doubt.
And it's out of bounds. The Knicks will take it the other way.
Boy, not sure what happened on that one. Just an unforced error.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. Timeout called, the Nets.
And a one-year player at Texas, Jared Allen came into the league as a bit of a project. He's got ample playing time to develop in Brooklyn.
And so here is New York. Here's Ntilikina. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Left side, Gibson. They get a hand on it. And it's out of bounds to New York. They'll retain possession. Here's Ntilikina. Just 5 to shoot. Pass to Gibson. Here's Barrett.
And offensively, they have laid an egg here in the second half. The missed shots are piling up, and their field goal percentage continues to plummet.
Back to Winslow. to the right side. For three. Got a piece of it. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. Now the Knicks with it. Here's Ntilikina. Pass to Barrett. Shoots over LeVert. Drops it in from 11 feet. And it's now 23 points for R.J. Barrett.
Making plays in traffic. This is where Barrett's most effective.
And the dunk by Winslow.
That pass into the paint, that is a work of art there, dead on target.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Here's Barrett. It's rebounded by Okpala.
No other way to put it. Just a rough quarter in terms of scoring. He has not been helping at all.
Pass to Harrell. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. From 8. That's good. And it's LeVert with the assist. Harrell's got 11 points in the quarter.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
There's 1:17 left to play in the third. Here's Barrett. And a miss there on the triple.
Well, he had the defense's attention, dropping 2 threes in the first half, but he hasn't made one since.
That one falls.
Well, coaches might discourage that kind of look, but he'll take it anyway.
Ntilikina looking it over. Pass to Barrett. And he uses the glass on the layup. Barrett's got 25 points.
And that's what the pump fake's there for. Get your man off his feet and drive right around it.
It's LeVert on the wing. Back to Winslow. And the dunk by Winslow.
This guy's such a good all-around player. Karis LeVert sharpening his court awareness and finding his open teammates.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And finished off by Robinson.
Oh, such a beautiful pass to set that one up.
Yeah, the pass might have been pretty, but the finish was angry. And Mitchell Robinson is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul. There's 10 seconds left here in the third quarter. Here's Winslow. It's LeVert on the wing. Here's Claxton. And so it's Brooklyn, having no problems at all. Up 29 points heading into the next quarter. From the field, they have been outstanding, amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. We've got more in store for you right after this. And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. And Brooklyn has possession. Pass to LeVert. Outside, Antetokounmpo. Here's Claxton. Lets it go from 11. Here's Okpala. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
And able to pad his stats a little bit there on that play, the board and the bucket.
And you know, Greg, that'll put him in the good graces of that coaching staff, too. My goodness. Trier, that's good.
And this is what they're asking for from Dennis Smith Jr. Keep your eyes up and be ready to make a play for your teammates.
Pass to Claxton. Doris, we've both been very public in our admiration for LeBron, the face of the league, for so many years. When he retires, and we're approaching that date, who do you think might step up and and take his place as the face of the NBA?
Well, probably the most likely candidate is the new and reigning MVP, and that's Giannis Antetokounmpo, who is an absolute physical force. He's put on 50 pounds. He's getting more and more skilled. When he adds that three-point shot as a consistent weapon and gets to an in-between game, he will be impossible to guard. Kawhi Leonard, you know, he is now sort of taking over as a multi-time winner of the Finals MVP, and certainly a player guys want to play with. So just a couple of possibilities there, Kev.
Oh, Kevin, get a load of that one. Take that play and put it in the alley-oop textbook, boys.
Perfectly done. You're right. He put it on a platter for him.
Yeah, there's 6 points on consecutive three balls. They're finding holes now in the D.
Here's Winslow, and he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline.
He started out strong. 3 threes in the first half, but the long ball has disappeared on him since.
And Smith puts up a deep three. New York with a new 14. Pass to Knox. 6 on the shot clock. And here is Portis. New York needs to get off a shot. No good from Gibson. It's the Nets now. Here's Okpala. That's good, and it's LeVert with the assist. Okpala's got 8 points in the quarter.
And he found the soft spot in the D on that possession.
Smith right side, and it goes down 2 points.
Well, great recognition from Dennis Smith Jr., creating the separation and shooting with confidence.
Pass to Claxton. To the inside. Here's LeVert. Doesn't go for him. The Knicks go the other way with it. Smith on the wing. In basketball, like many sports, you can call some kind of penalty on almost every play. So with that in mind, where do we draw that line?
I would say that most coaches and most players would say as long as there's consistency with officiating, they can adapt to the way the game is being called. As fans, as broadcasters, what we want to see the game remain free-flowing, fluid, pretty, the ability to move and cut and not be impeded in your progress. That's what I want to see.
And we see that most nights.
No doubt.
And it's getting late, guys, but all of a sudden they have hope when just a little while ago it looked like hope was lost.
Inside. Ball's knocked loose. Here's Knox. Lays it up off the glass.
Let's tell you, be aggressive, be assertive on the interior. Nice, Kevin Knox.
Now here's Winslow. Pass to LeVert. Good, and the nice assist from Winslow.
Pretty dime there, the kind of ball movement coaches love to see.
Smith outside. Here's Trier. And the call will be against Karis LeVert. That is his first foul of the game. The Nets making a switch here. Here's Ntilikina. Outside for Randall. Pass to Portis. Clock at 6. Over Claxton. Portis can't get it to go.
Listen, that's a shot he can make, but obviously the defense okay letting him shoot it.
Now Harris fires the 3. Buries the long-range jumper.
Well, he is tailor-made for the catch-and-shoot game. Joe Harris, a knockdown shooter.
It's deflected.
This guy just can't find his rhythm, and you look up at the scoreboard, they absolutely need his productivity.
So it's Ntilikina who brings up the ball for the Knicks. Can they get it? It's blocked. And so the ball's out of bounds. Winslow touched it last. And so here is New York. Pass to Knox. Oh, and there's the one-handed jam.
Absolutely ferocious finish from Mr. Knox. Just salute him.
Winslow with it. You know, Doris, you and I love history. And we were talking the other day, you and I, about Bill Russell and his 11 championship rings. You think anyone's ever going to break that record?
I think it'll be close to impossible, Kevin, and the reason is, number one, there were so many fewer teams back then for Bill Russell, in no way diminishing the greatness of one of the game changers, both between the lines and outside the lines. Bill Russell will always be an historic figure. But it's very tough to compare eras. There's now 30 teams, nutrition, conditioning, coaching. There's just so much more information in the current era.
Barrett. It's hauled in by Harris. Brooklyn with the ball. And the Nets, another three.
You're one of the best shooters in the game, knocking down shots off the pull-up. Woo-hoo, go Joe Harris.
That's tipped. Stolen by Winslow. By himself. And the dunk by Winslow.
In the flick of a switch, going from defense to offense.
Well, just terrific anticipation to force the turnover and ignite the break.
Smith right side. To the middle. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation.
He got a little ahead of himself there, trying to pull the team even.
That's a big miscue, and you hate to see that happen at this point in the game.
And here's Winslow. And Harris wide open. He shoots. Good, and the nice assist from Winslow.
They're getting a lot of their points outside the paint. 3 of their last 5 baskets are from three-point range.
Out to the right wing. Harris on the double team. Poked away. Stolen by Winslow. Launches the three. And Harris is good for 3.
And those aren't the type of three-point opportunities that you can allow in the NBA.
And there's the foul. And it's on Taurean Prince. That's his 3rd foul of the game.
Oh.
Smith outside. Looking to end the run. That shot off. Some solid defense from Antetokounmpo. Now Winslow. Doris, when you look at the success of international players, and the league has a litany of very good international players, Doncic being the latest success story, is the perception changing about these kids when they come from overseas and play in the NBA?
Well, one of the greatest, and to me, the greatest international player of all time, Dirk Nowitzki, a Hall of Fame player, probably changed the perception to start with. Now, listen, over the years, Luka is going to have perhaps a Hall of Fame career if he stays healthy. The reality is this. The NBA is looking for the best players to man those 15 roster spots of the 30 NBA teams. It doesn't matter where you're from, what the color of your skin is. If you can play the game of basketball and play it at the highest level, the NBA wants you to be a part of their league.
Pass to Harris. From deep three-point range. He can't get it to go. And New York the other way now. And it's Smith penetrating. No one near Randall as he lets it go. And the Knicks hit again from deep.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
Harris outside. Here's Claxton. Robinson with the block. And that's out of bounds. Brooklyn will retain possession. Six to shoot. Here's Harris.
Fantastic defense from Barrett there. It helps big time when he gives the hustle and stays home with his man.
And the foul on Joe Harris. That's his first foul. And stolen by Prince. Harris with it. Picked up by Barrett. Back to Harris. Robinson with the block. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Here's Barrett. And it's blocked. They recover it. Smith for three. And the Knicks hit again from deep.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for Brooklyn.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And so this will now translate to 14 wins on the season.
And so they'll take the first game of the season series, a team they'll only see twice. They're certainly happy to start it off with a win.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Kyrie Irving.
This guy putting on a passing clinic. If you want to know how to run an offense, roll back the tape from this evening. The 33rd pick in 2014 out of the University of Virginia. Boy, has Joe Harris found his niche the last couple of seasons as a dead-eye shooter.
43 seconds left in the fourth quarter. From 13, and it's Smith missing. Harris outside. The three. Good, and the nice assist from Winslow.
Finishing strong. This is how you want to close things out.
No question, GA. They've gotten hot at exactly the right time. Clutch play on a team level.
And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
And that'll do it, folks.